Hello and welcome to the BA Knowledge Share. In this episode, we cover the first task of the solution evaluation chapter. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first task in this knowledge area is to measure solution performance. The purpose of measure solution performance is to define performance measures and use the data collected to evaluate the effectiveness of a solution in relation to the value it brings. Now, many times we speak about Agile. Now, Agile is very focused on value and whether the solution is providing value. In a very sort of digital environment or digital transformation environment, there's definitely a need to establish value-driven solutions, and hence this is an important task. As far as description is concerned, performance measures determine the value of a newly deployed or existing solution. The measures used depend on the solution itself, context, and how the organization defines value. When solutions do not have built-in performance measures, the business analyst works with stakeholders to determine collect the measures that will best reflect the performance of a solution. So, as an example, you may have you need to gather requirements for a brand new website. So your KPI, which is a key performance indicator to assess or to measure the solution performance, could be customers. Now, as far as customer retention, customer attraction, those are sorts of the KPIs that you want to target. The inputs to this task are business objectives, the measurable results that the enterprise wants to achieve, and the implemented solution, external, a solution or component of a solution that exists in some form. It may be an operating solution, a prototype, or pilot, or beta solution. Back to the website example, you may have to build a website, brand new website. You could leverage your pilot to kind of determine your performance measures. Elements in this task are defined solution performance measures. When measuring solution performance, business analysts determine if current measures exist or if methods for capturing them are in place. Business analysts ensure that any existing performance measures are accurate, relevant, and elicit any additional performance measures identified by the stakeholders. Now, these can be broken down into quantitative measures, which are numerical, countable, or finite, usually involving amounts, quantities, or rates. So these are very well definable, measurable, numeric in numbers. Qualitative measures are subjective and can include attitudes, perceptions, and any other subjective response. Customers, users, and others involved in the operation of a solution have perceptions of how well the solution is meeting the need. Validate performance measures. Validating performance measures helps to ensure that the assessment of solution performance is useful. Business analysts validate the performance measures and any influencing criteria with stakeholders. Specific performance measures should align with any higher level measures that exist within the context affecting the solution. Decisions about which measures are used to evaluate solution performance often reside with the sponsor, but may be made by the stakeholder with the decision-making authority. Collect performance measures. When defining performance measures, business analysts may employ basic statistical sampling concepts. When collecting performance measures, business analysts consider volume or sample size, a volume or sample size appropriate for the initiative selected. A sample size that is too small might skew the results and lead to inaccurate conclusions. Larger sample sizes may be more desirable but may not be practical to obtain. Frequency and timing. The frequency and timing with which measurements are taken may have an effect on the outcome. Currency. Measurements taken more recently tend to be more representative than older data. When they say currency, it's not really the currency as in the value, it's how current is the measurement taken. So keep that in mind. Using qualitative measures, business analysts can facilitate discussions to estimate the value realized by solution. Stakeholders knowledgeable about the operation and use of solution reach a consensus based on facts and reasonable assumptions as perceived by them. Guidelines and tools in this task are change strategy, future state description, requirements that are validated, and solution scope. There are a bunch of techniques. I won't go through each and every one. I would highly recommend visiting or going or getting a copy of the BABOK guide to really go through the techniques. And I will be covering some videos on techniques to go into the techniques in detail. Stakeholders here are customers, domain subject matter experts, end users, project managers, sponsors, and regulators. And your outputs are solution performance measures, measures that provide the information on how well the solution is performing or potentially could perform. So that being said, this ends the first task in solution evaluation. In the next episode, we cover analyze performance measures. Until next time, see you then. If you do find value in these videos, please do consider subscribing to this channel. Please do visit our website as well, baknowledgeshare.com, or consider joining our Facebook group, which is on Facebook. It's Business Analytics and Analysis. See you then.